Hi, today we're going to take a look at the new flexible LED light by Intellytech called FL80. So let's start. Today we're going to continue our professional LED review series here on LensVid. Earlier this year we tested the BB&S pipeline remote Phosphor LED 4-bank, the Lishuai Edge 1380 AVL, and recently the interesting Ledgo LG D600 LED Fresnel light. The light that we shall be testing on this video is the Intellytech FL80, and it is the first flexible LED that we had a chance to test, but it won't be the last. US manufacturer Intellytech might not be as familiar as some of the others in its segment, but it actually has quite an extensive lineup including Fresnel LED lights of different sizes, LED panels, light sticks, and the line that we shall be looking at today called AirLight, which is a whole range of different size flexible LEDs and accessories. The specific unit that we shall be reviewing today is called FL80, and it is a bicolor 80-watt unit measuring 10" by 20" or 25 cm by 50, which officially produces up to 4000 lux at 3 feet or about 1 meter. Let's start by taking a closer look at the design and build quality of the FL80. Before we go into the actual build quality of the FL80 itself, I want to say a few good things about the cases, yes plural, that came with our unit. The bigger one is a real beauty. It is well padded and has plenty of space for accessories of all types, and you can use it for other gear that you have as well. The main case looks like a modified laptop case, but it is well padded and is very well made. It is very small, but for the most part it can hold everything that you need, and it is just amazing that you can pack such a powerful Pro light in such a small case. For our review, we got quite a few parts and accessories in our case, and we're not 100% sure which of them actually ships with the light when you buy it from Intellytech. But this review should give you a general look at all of the things that you might use with your light. The two main components besides the light itself are the power brick and the controller. We actually think that it could be nice if there was a way to combine these two components into a single unit for convenience, but splitting them is quite common in the industry. The power brick doesn't come with a light stand mount, but you can connect it to the V-mount adapter which comes with the light, which has one, and hang it on the light stand, which is very useful. The controller is the more interesting part. It is made out of metal and feels very nice in your hand. It is a very simple unit. It has an on-off switch, up-down buttons, and an F button to switch from changing the color temperature to the brightness, and that is it in terms of the control. Simple and straightforward. Knobs would have been nicer, but we can live with these as well. One thing which we would definitely change is the location of the power connectors on this unit. They're in the back, and since the only way to hold this is with a small hanger on the top which you can place somewhere on your light stand, it isn't that convenient. We would have the power connectors come from the side and the unit itself connect to the stand with a similar mount to the one that comes with a V-mount. Talking about power, this unit comes with several of the smaller 4-pin XLR connectors, just like the ones that comes with the Ledgo LG D600 that we tested here. And again, just like in that case, we still say that we truly prefer the larger, more robust 3-pin XLR connectors, and we wish Intellytech will consider using them instead of this in the future. The panel itself is really cool. It is super flexible, has Velcro on the back, and comes with a diffuser that you can remove. It has a short 4-pin XLR female cable that you can extend, and we got a pretty long extension cable that goes all the way to the controller. The only real question about the panel, if you can call it this, is how you mount it to your light stand. There are a number of options. The first is to use a simple X-type bracket, which we really didn't like, and it was very hard to use. The second is a sort of a ball head type with a short arm. The ball head and the arm are cool, but the X bracket again is really annoying. What we did is to use two pieces of metal that we happen to have with Velcro to hold the light. An actual frame would have been better, and extend the arm even more with another piece with 1/4" 20 threads at both ends, and stuck a small ball head at the end and secure it to the metal parts. It actually works pretty well, although it is not exactly in the middle, so you need to play with it a bit. We have talked with Intellytech about this issue, and they promised us that they are already hard at work on a much better solution, which might even be ready by the time that this video will be released. Other accessories that we got with the light includes a small compact softbox which connects using Velcro to the panel. We would look into its performance later, as well as two straps, one for each case, which is really nice. Like we did with the Lishuai Edge 1380 and Ledgo D600 reviews that we published here recently, we tested the FL80 with the Sekonic C700 spectrometer, review coming later this year, looking at both power output and color quality. We started by testing the FL80 bare without any attachments at 100% power from a distance of 1 meter or 3.2 feet. When the light was set to 6500 Kelvin, the coolest temperature of this light, we got an actual reading of 68 Kelvin and a lux reading of 2050 lux with a decent 94.1 CRI or RA. Do note that the R9 or reds was only 70.4 and the R12 or blues reached 71.1. Interestingly, when the light was set to 5600 Kelvin, we got a reading of 4867 Kelvin on our C700 with a lux reading of 2340 and a CRI of 92.6. To get the actual 5600 Kelvin, you will need to set your light to 583 or 5830 Kelvin, which will get you a pretty close reading of 5560 with our C700. You can find some more readings on our full review of this light on LensVid, but we did want to mention our test results with both the diffuser and the included softbox. When we set the light to 5830 Kelvin, basically true 5600 Kelvin, we got a lux reading of 1480 with a diffuser from 1 meter and a temperature reading which was also quite different and much warmer at 4866 Kelvin. The softbox did a bit better, giving us 1850 lux under the same conditions with 5271 Kelvin. In both cases the CRI was around 93, but the R9 reading was around 70 or a bit less. Before we conclude, let's talk about how we actually use this unit. We use the FL80 on quite a few projects since we got it several months ago. We use it on several of our video shoots for our food channel Veggies, as well as at least one commercial production that we shot for a startup here in Israel. For the production, we used the FL80 as a fill light at about 90 degrees angle and it worked well. For our food videos, we use it above the work area with a diffuser. The main problem with this setup is that the light was too hard without a significant amount of diffusing, especially on some reflective surfaces, and was not powerful enough when used with significant diffusing. There is actually a potential solution to this in the form of the larger FL160 light from Intellytech, which is twice the size and power of the FL80 and should be enough to serve as a main light in our view. It also incorporates a few other useful features such as a new bracket and a redesigned controller. So let's conclude this review. We truly feel that flexible is the way of the future for LEDs. They are so much easier to work with and so portable that for any application where you have a chance that you will need your light on location and out of the studio, they are simply much more portable and simple to work with. Intellytech's FL80 stood up pretty nicely in this review. It has a very good build quality with two great cases, it is simple to work with, compact, worked flawlessly and didn't get too hot even after many hours of use. There are a couple of things that Intellytech should improve and from what we know are actually working on. The first is a better mount for the light. The X mount that we got with the unit, as we have mentioned, is pretty annoying, but you can pretty easily improvise something like we did. The second is the color accuracy. Although this light gets a pretty nice CRI as a whole, over 92 across the entire range, the R9 and R12 scores need some improvement. This is a weak point of many bicolor lights and why we almost always prefer daylight-only lights. There is also the matter of color temperature numbers. We only realized that getting 5600 Kelvin required setting the unit to about 5830 Kelvin since we had our Sekonic C700. You can use this if you are planning on getting this light, but we didn't check to see the difference across the entire range. Intellytech needs to make sure that the numbers that they list are a bit closer to the actual reading from the light. In terms of power, this can be a nice fill light and we indeed use it for this purpose a couple of times. As a main light, especially with the diffusion, it tends to be a bit too weak for many tasks. And for that, the new FL160 might be a better option, and we are hoping to test it when it becomes available. As for pricing, the FL80 sells for around $640, and the larger FL160 should be around $1,000 when it reaches the market in the near future. So that was our look at the FL80 by Intellytech. We're certainly looking forward to checking out more lights from this company. You can read the full review on lensvid.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can find more videos like this. See you next time.